Some people were never loud. They don't speak much. They don't explain themselves. They don't show everything they feel. They just stay quiet. Not because they have nothing to say, but because they've learned that not everyone understands. And maybe that's you. You don't tell people what you're going through. You don't post your struggles. You don't ask for help. You just carry it silently every day. And sometimes it feels like no one notices, like no one sees how hard you're trying, like no one understands the weight you carry. But listen carefully. Just because people don't see it doesn't mean it's unseen, because Allah sees you. There's a kind of exhaustion that doesn't come from work. It comes from thinking, from overthinking, from holding everything inside, from smiling when you don't feel okay, from saying, "I'm fine," when you're not. You wake up and you already feel tired, not physically, but mentally, emotionally. You replay conversations. You think about your future. You question yourself. You doubt yourself. And the hardest part? No one knows. Because on the outside, you look normal, calm, controlled, but inside, it's heavy, and you've learned to carry it alone. People see your highlights. They see the surface. They see what you allow them to see. But they don't see the nights you couldn't sleep, the moments you felt lost, the times you almost broke down, but held it in. They don't see how many times you had to be strong when you didn't want to be. They don't see how many times you said, "It's okay," when it wasn't. And over time, you became used to it, used to silence, used to handling things alone, used to being the strong one. But even the strong ones get tired. You weren't always like this. There was a time when you tried to explain yourself, when you opened up, when you trusted people, but something happened. Maybe you were misunderstood. Maybe you were ignored. Maybe you were judged. And slowly, you stopped talking. Not because you had nothing to say, but because you realized not everyone deserves to hear your story. So you became quiet, more careful, more guarded. And now, your silence protects you, but it also isolates you. Some people are built in noise, in attention, in validation, but others are built in silence, in moments no one sees, in struggles no one hears, in patience that no one recognizes. While others are being celebrated, you are being shaped. While others are being noticed, you are being tested. And that process is not easy, because growth in silence feels lonely, feels invisible, feels slow, but it is powerful, because what is built in silence is not easily broken. You might think your effort is small, your patience is unnoticed, your struggle is invisible, but Allah sees everything. He sees every time you stayed patient, every time you controlled your anger, every time you held back tears, every time you chose to keep going when you felt like stopping. Even the things you forgot about, Allah did not forget. Not one moment, not one feeling, not one silent battle. Everything is recorded. Everything matters. Sometimes you look around and it feels like everyone is moving forward. They're achieving, they're succeeding, they're living, and you feel stuck, like you're behind, like you're not progressing, like you're missing something. But what you don't see is Allah is working on you differently. Your path is not meant to look like theirs. Your timing is not meant to match theirs, because what Allah is preparing for you requires a different process, a deeper process. When you don't talk to people, you start talking to Allah, even if it's just in your thoughts, even if it's just in moments of silence. You begin to build something real, because when no one understands you and you turn to Allah, that connection becomes deeper, more honest, more personal. And that's something not everyone has. If this message felt personal, if it felt like it was describing you, then it's not random. And if you're someone who is growing in silence, struggling quietly, but still trying, subscribe to Wisdom AI. Because not every message needs to be loud. Some messages are meant for people like you. Keep going, even if no one notices, even if no one understands, even if no one acknowledges your effort. Because Allah sees it, every silent struggle, every hidden tear, every moment you stayed strong. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are being built in silence.